up, guys? Welcome back to the channel, and if you're new, welcome to the channel. You already know, my name is Shantae, also known as Naturally Shani, and I am back with another video today. Today I'm just going to be updating you guys on my 37 weeks of pregnancy, my 38 weeks of pregnancy, just so that you guys can, keep up to date since y'all been rocking with me. You know what I mean? So before we get into this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up, comment down below, and also subscribe to the channel and click that bell so that you don't miss a video whenever I upload, because I have videos that will be coming out for you guys, especially after the baby. Okay. So guys, today I'm currently 38 weeks. I don't know how many days. I'm not even keeping track of that no more. I'm just keeping track of the weeks, okay? I'm ready. So yes, I'm 38 weeks, and I'll be 40 weeks before I know it, because these weeks are like flying by. If you are new to the channel, I am due March 26th. So yes. And all right, so first things first, I'm gonna let you guys know how 37 weeks went for me. I didn't have really no symptoms at 37 weeks. I was getting Braxton Hicks here and there, but they weren't too painful. They went away within like 2.5 seconds. I would have them literally like twice a day, mostly around 5 o'clock. I will get the Braxton Hicks like 2 times during that time. And yeah, that's really about it that happened at 37 weeks. My doctor's appointment, I would say, well, it went well. Everything went well at the doctor's appointment. Baby was moving around. His heartbeat was perfect. Mom was healthy. Now, update on baby boy. So, he is doing great. I did have a sonogram, and baby boy is gaining his weight. He's very active, jumping around, moving around. I don't know what he's doing inside of there, playing around, but this is an active baby. Like, all my children were active inside the tummy, but him, fifth one, he is extremely active. Like, he doesn't know how to sit still and sit down. Okay? He doesn't know how to. So, just imagine when he comes out, he's going to be hyper. I can already see it. So, for me, health-wise, everything is going well with me. I'm still gaining my weight. I gain probably 1 pound to 2 pounds a week still. My heart rate's good, blood pressure is great, all my blood work came back great, so very happy and grateful for that I'm still, holding on. I was working out still actually at 37 weeks, you guys, but I actually stopped working out because I can't do it. I can't do it no more. Like, I can't do my squats no more. I try to do squats, but then I forget to do it, and I just sit down and start watching the show on Hulu or something like that. Yeah. Well, that's my update on me. Everything is good with me. So I'm going to inform you guys on my last doctor's appointment, which was on Thursday, that I had to go to, which was like my 38-week appointment. So now, if you guys do follow me on social media, you will see that on Thursday, the day of my doctor's appointment, I actually had posted on Instagram on my story that I was in the hospital. Now, all right, I was supposed to go to the doctor's this day, the actual doctor's office. Now, my appointment wasn't until around 3 o'clock, like 3:45. That's when my appointment was, at 3:45. And so I was sleeping in that day. My babe just walks in the room. It's like 9 o'clock, and he just like, get up now. And I'm just looking at him confused, like, you see, I'm sleeping. I don't have doctors until later on. Like, why are you waking me up with an attitude for? 'Cause I ain't even do nothing. And he's just like, his cousin works at the health center that I go to go to the doctor for the baby. She's a medical assistant. She's so sweet. I love her. And she had called him, and family members tend to blow stuff like out of proportion sometimes. And she had called him on the phone, and she was just like, they said that the baby is not growing at all whatsoever. and she's gonna be probably induced and have the baby today, and like all this type of stuff, making him like worried and frantic and all this and that. And like he's looking at my stomach like, you know, if he's not growing, how come your stomach is getting bigger? Like obviously he's gaining weight and he's growing. Obviously. Me, I tend to gain more weight and my stomach gets bigger at the ending of my pregnancy. So 8 and 9 months, that's when I start to like, my stomach starts to shrink. Guys, I gotta take a sip. Who's on point? All right, so yeah, so he hangs up the phone and he's like, you know, call the health center, figure out what's going on. So, you know, I'm on the phone waiting because I'm on hold because there's a whole bunch of people calling the health center and this, that, and the third. So he calls his cousin back on the phone to make it easier for us. And they put the midwife on the phone. And she's just like, you know, no, she's just, you know, I didn't say that she was going to be induced today. You know, she just seems to be carrying small, and I just want to make sure everything's okay with the baby and her. You know, we're not going to induce her or anything like that, but you guys should, instead of coming here for an appointment, go to the hospital for like a sonogram and then go to a regular appointment where she gets on the machine and monitors like contractions and his heartbeat or whatever. And so, you know, he's just like, okay, because the way that everybody else was making it seem like, you know, he was coming today and she's not healthy and this, that, and the third. I've been with her for a very long time. I know how she carries babies, like, you know. So, you know, eventually, you know, I had to, like, he wanted to make sure that he's going to the hospital with me in this doctor's appointment this time. So I had to call my friend to babysit my kids for me, you know. And honestly, like, when I had called her, like, I kind of, like, broke down in tears because it's just, like, they keep on coming at me saying that they don't want to induce me, but behind closed doors, to me, like when I go to doctor's appointment and I'm in there by myself, they always talking about inducing me all the time. But you know, to him, they're not telling him this, you know what I mean? And so I just started breaking down in tears because I'm just like, you know, nobody understands that I'm a small woman, you know? I carry small, I do not carry big. I start getting it at the end of my pregnancies. What do people not get? What do people not get? You know, like, they're trying to say something's wrong with me, something's wrong with my baby. And me as a mom, I know that my baby's perfectly fine, you know? So my friends just tell me, like, you know, calm down. And of course I watch the kids bring them down to me right now. So I packed a little bag with juice and some snacks or whatever, brought them down to her, and she watched them for me. And so, yes, so as soon as I had dropped the kids off, you know, we had got a ride to go to the hospital. And, you know, we get up there, everything. The hospital is, like, really super clean. Like, I actually really like this hospital, you know. They gave us another, like, a clean mask. Like, you take out your own mask or whatever to put on. I had to, like, register myself because, obviously, I'm known as a patient. My husband had to get, like, a visitor pass to go upstairs with me. So, you know, we go upstairs. We get, you know, I had to get undressed. I had to put the thing, like a, you know, the little gown on or whatever. Got hooked up to the machine, hearing him. They gave me a whole bunch of water to drink. Literally, I was peeing like every 5 minutes. I'm not even gonna front. I don't understand why they didn't give me a room that had a bathroom. Because you're gonna have to go pee like every second. You can't expect a pregnant woman to be drinking a thing of water this big, and I had to go pee like literally. I had to go pee every second. Now his heartbeat was going well and everything, and it was just so crazy because one of the nurses that actually came in to hook me up to the machine, she was like, "I remember you." She was like, "You're the one who had the baby at home, right? Like, I could never forget your face." Like, you know, like, I'm so shocked that people in the hospital still remember me from having my son at home. Like, kudos to me. Like, you know, I should have a picture on the wall in the hospital, like the mom who gave birth at home by herself. You know what I mean? So, You know, she was like really, really sweet. She brought us up some lunch to eat and everything because it was like, you know, early and we were sitting there for a while. And so the midwife just comes in and she's like, you know, like it was a different midwife that that I did not see before. So, and she was like really, really sweet, really nice, understanding that I was a small woman. Like, you know, she's like, yeah, I understand, you know, some people expect you to be bigger. They expect your baby to grow the same pace as other babies, but nobody is the same. No baby is the same. Everybody grows differently. And to me, you look like you're perfectly fine. You're perfectly healthy. And seeing how the baby is, he seems to be moving around great, you know, and his heartbeat is fantastic. Like, you know, I don't think that he will be coming anytime sooner today. And I don't recommend inducing any woman until after 40 weeks, you know, unless there's a medical condition and all your blood work came back great. So there's no need to induce you at all. You should let the baby come when the baby's ready, like you said. So, you know, of course, I had to go downstairs to get a sonogram. So they came up to get me. He had to stay in the room, so I had to go by myself. And I go downstairs, go get the sonogram. And at this point, I was actually, my doctor's appointment, I was 37 weeks and 6 days. So the next day, I was going to be 38 weeks anyway. So basically, it was like a 38-week checkup, like I said. And, you know, they're measuring the baby. Like, I'm watching the measurements on the screen, you know, the monitor of everything. And everything was matching up to 37 weeks. Like, he was perfectly fine in there. Like, and they told me that he was like 5 pounds, 12 ounces. So he's like literally 6 pounds. That's what the sonogram tech told me. But she also told me, like, you know, they can't really do a measurement of weight on a baby really inside your stomach, especially at this point, because babies are more curled up inside the stomach and they're preparing to be born. You know, that's what she was telling me, like, just to, like, of course, just to calm my nerves, but she was just like, you know, don't worry, no stress out. Your baby's fine. You look fine. You look very healthy. And also, when we did the sonogram, I actually saw like a little peek of his face. Like, he actually turned around for me, so I could see his face. I couldn't get a picture, but I saw his face, and he was just like the cutest little thing ever. Like, he literally opened his eyes. Like, it looked like he smiled, but then, like, in 5 seconds, this boy done turned right back around. Like, he was disturbed. Like, like we was disturbing him by trying to get a picture. Like, he looked like he had a full-blown attitude. Like, why are y'all looking at me? And he just turned around. Like, but his little face was like just so adorable. So, you know, go back upstairs. Lunch was up there, ready, waiting, and got back. I had to go to the bathroom again, and then I got back on the monitor and all that. You know, timing everything, contractions and all that. Drinking my water, and the midwife, you know, she comes back in the room, and she's like unhooking me, and she's like, you know, I showed the doctor, the sonogram tech went over everything, and they say that the baby is doing really well. Like, you know, yes, he's a little bit on the smaller side, but he's doing really well, especially for your size that you are. Your baby's doing really, really good. So there's nothing to worry about. You do not need to be induced, you know. This is your 5th baby, you know. And then she just told me, whenever I feel like extreme pressure and, like, you know, the contractions, like bad cramping or whatever, to just call the emergency number, get in contact with her, and head into the hospital. And if my water, like, doesn't break when I get to the hospital, whatever, that all they'll do is just break the water for me. They won't induce me, you know, put a Pitocin or nothing like that, hook me up to that. They'll just break the water and let him come out when it's time, which I feel way more comfortable with. Like, you know, I'm grateful that I actually got to see a different midwife, like, she understands, you know. And yeah, like, that day was just like such a stressful day. I also got blood drawn at the hospital too, because I had to do a couple, like a test for anemia, and all that, like for my thyroid and all that stuff, just to make sure everything was good. And all that came back really good. So, but you know, after that, like I was tired after getting all that blood drawn. Like y'all should have seen. Oh my God! If I could have recorded it and y'all seen his face when they was drawing the blood, he saw all the tubes that they had. Like they had six I forgot what they're called, but obviously little tubes, but whatever. They had 6 of those things to draw my blood, and his eyes just like opened up so wide. He's just like, y'all gotta take that much blood from her? Like, what? Are you serious? Like, from a small person, that's a lot of blood. And she's just like, yeah, I'm sorry, but you know, they just did it. And he was just like extra caring. He was so caring when we was in the hospital. Like, when I was sitting down, like he put the thing up for me so I could put my feet up, ask for a pillow, ask for like a blanket to warm me, because the hospital was freaking cold. Okay, that's how they keep it, but it was cold. I don't care what, like, it may be springtime out now, but it was freezing in that damn hospital, you know. But he just made sure that I was comfortable and that I was okay. You know, when I went to the bathroom, if I asked him to come with me to the bathroom, he would get up and come with me to the bathroom because I asked him to. Like, you know, he just wanted to make sure that I was alright, that I was comfortable, and I know that he was happy to be there. So that's all. And I know that he was actually on the phone with his friend, because his friend just had a baby, and you know, he had his friend on speaker so that I was able to hear. And he was just like, his friend was saying how when his girlfriend was pregnant, how they sent them to the hospital about 3 to 4 times for no apparent reason, overreacting, and nothing was even wrong, you know. And you know, it's just like, we have to pay for the hospital bills. The doctors aren't paying for these hospital bills, we are. So you're sending us to the hospital for what? And then we have to pay it, and there's nothing wrong at all. Like, you can't do that. Not everybody's the same, you know what I mean? But that's what they do here, obviously. That's why I don't like the doctor's office. I like the hospital, but I don't like the doctor's office. So yeah, so then I made my last 2 appointments. So I'll be going to a doctor's appointment every Thursday until the baby comes. Yeah. And, you know, even just hearing his heartbeat, like, I would tell his father, okay? I would tell my babe all the time, this boy doesn't know how to sit down at all. And he can see that he don't know how to sit down because he starts, like, this baby, like, if I recorded, like, a day, pregnancy day, on my stomach too, y'all will see that he don't know how to stop moving. Like, as right now, he's actually moving, okay? So, yeah, he doesn't know how to stop. He continuously starts moving. He hears his brothers and sisters start playing, he starts moving. His sister comes to my stomach and says, hi, baby, I love you, and starts kissing his stomach. He starts playing around in there. Like, and at the hospital, his father finally heard it. You know, heard his heartbeat. I always record a heartbeat for him, but heard his heartbeat, but you also heard him in there moving around. Like, he was moving like crazy. Like, it was just like, this child is very, very active. He's an active little boy. There is nothing wrong with this kid. And wrong with him is that he needs to calm down. Like, you know, and I feel like he's gonna be the reason why my water breaks. Because, I'll let you guys know my symptoms, but you know, yeah. But basically, okay. So the symptoms that I do be having is, I really only just get like Braxton Hicks. Yeah, also in the hospital, I was having contractions, they said. So, I didn't feel them. I didn't feel the contractions. Maybe it was because I was drinking water and stuff. Like, every time I go into labor, I always drink water constantly and eat ice. So I don't feel it, the contractions. I mean, you can still feel it, but I wasn't feeling the contractions. I looked at her like, I wasn't feeling nothing. Like, I wasn't in pain in here. I was perfectly fine. And but she would just tell me every time you have like a contraction or something, just drink some water and then you head into the hospital. So, because it will ease it or whatever. So, you know, you just gotta think positive. You gotta be calm about it, and you'll be fine in labor. You know what I mean? But yeah, I feel my stomach tightening now, like as of lately. My stomach has been tightening a lot more, especially towards like the late afternoon, like I would say 5, 6 o'clock. Yeah, so around 5, 6 o'clock, I feel my stomach tightening. I feel slight contractions. I start to get like a shooting pain in my inner thighs. But I had that same thing with my first son when I was in labor with him. When I would get Braxton Hicks, I would get like shooting pain in my thighs. So that's like normal for me, but that is so painful, like, cause that be stopping me in my tracks sometimes. Man, this baby just, I don't know. Yeah, so I will give you guys a update when I go to doctors on Thursday, and I'm turning 39 weeks then, and I will give you guys an update when I'm 40 weeks if I don't deliver by then. So you guys will know everything and how everything is going. All right, you guys, so this is the end of the video. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. Thank you guys so much for rocking with me. I love you guys so much. All right, so make sure you guys give this video a thumbs up. Comment down below some encouragement, some prayers for me for a safe and healthy delivery. And also, you already know, subscribe to the channel, tell a friend, tell a friend to tell a friend, watch the playlist that I have, you know what I mean? I'll be doing at least one video a week for now. After the baby comes and I adjust, you guys will be getting 3 videos a week from me, 2 to 3 videos a week from me. Okay, so yes, look forward to it because I actually have a lot of hauls coming, okay? A lot of hauls coming, yes I do. So I will see you guys soon. I hope that you guys are safe and having a wonderful and blessed day. Enjoying the weather, especially my New Yorkers out there listening, because it is nice and warm outside. Listen, I am so happy and excited because I get to start my garden. You guys will see all that too. So, all right, you guys. Bye-bye.